I'm with Michael Steele with Nexa Mortgage. Michael, as you know, I do divorces, and oftentimes there's a home involved. I have one case right now where husband's in the home, but wife would like to buy husband out of his interest.
Sure.
and move back into the home. But she's running into issues of how much cash she can pull out because of the interest rate and stuff like that. How is the best way for her to start the process? Is it contacting you? Is it getting documents set up first?
No, that's a great question. So with divorces, you typically want to go through the process first, and that way the court can decide who gets what, right? And once there's been a court decree, then the loan officer can work with that in terms of how exactly to proceed. Because if it's spouse A or spouse B who's going to buy the other person out, then the qualification process can start around if they can actually accomplish it, and if so, how. Right? If the affordability is there and they can take on the payment because they got to pull money out, that's fantastic. If they run into an issue, then at least you can look to see if maybe there's a sibling or somebody in the family that can get on to help with affordability. All of these conversations can be handled by the loan officer if they're familiar with the process and understand what the end goal is, right? But the other thing to keep in mind, and most, if they're not already familiar with this, with regards to buying out a partner because of a divorce separation, this is one of the few instances where the loan is not considered to be a cash out refinance. It's simply what's known as rate and term. So in any other instance where you're trying to pull money out of the house, you're going to be paying a little bit more in terms of interest rate and cost because you're taking money out of the equity, right? But because this is a specific situation where you're separating parties, the lending institutions have set guidelines where they're not going to take a hit because it is kind of a dissolving of a marriage. So they can actually keep the cost low if the loan officer and lending institution understands this part of the policy, right? I've learned that not everybody's aware of this, that it will benefit the party that is looking to do the refinance so they don't take the hit on cost and rate.
Well, great. That's some great information. Thank you so much, Michael.
Absolutely. Thank you, Katie.
If you have questions about doing a refi or anything else that about lending or mortgages, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to connect you with Michael Steele with Nexa Mortgage.